Say hello to Kello, Caretta and Zeta, the world's cutest turtle rescue team based in the Cape Verde Islands. And we're about to join them on their life-saving job in one of the biggest turtle habitats on our planet, making sure these magnificent creatures will still roam through our oceans for generations to come. We are Planet Wild. Welcome to Mission 11. Sea turtles are one of the most fascinating species on our Earth. They are basically living fossils, gliding through the oceans since dinosaur times and using our planet's magnetic field as guidance. As humans, we feel a unique aura of tranquility in their presence, often interpreted in pop culture as extremely wise or just chill.
Dude.
But in real life, sea turtles are under threat, as they're still hunted for their meat. To stop turtle poaching, we sent our friend Phil to the island of Boa Vista on Cape Verde, where we partnered with the cutest wildlife rescue team you will ever see.
And I'm about to meet all three members. And this is Boa Vista's special squad. The leader of the trio, Kello, a male Labrador from Slovakia, trained in Switzerland, 6 years old and a real cutie. At his side, Caretta, a female mixed German Shepherd, born and raised on Boa Vista, 3 years old, fast like lightning and laser-focused, the perfect hunter. And completing the troop, Zeta, a true mixed breed dog from Boa Vista, 8 years old. She's the feel-good manager, living up to her reputation as a cuddle monster. Together, the trio is basically a real-life Paw Patrol. And Adilson is the human leader of the special squad.
I think they're part of my family because I take care every day. The time you spend with these dogs is amazing. So I love to take care of these dogs.
But the dogs are more than just companions. They have become the guardians of loggerhead sea turtles when they return from the open ocean to nest on the beaches of Boa Vista.
As soon as the turtles leave the ocean, they are in danger, because all along these beaches, they are still hunted for their meat. Traditionally, during rough times, turtles were a much-needed source of food for the local community. Nowadays, it has become more of a delicacy, and even though stricter laws have been implemented, there are still enough people paying good money for turtle meat, so poaching continues. In 2007, a record number of over 1,200 turtles were killed here on the beaches of Boa Vista. Even though numbers have dropped since then due to conservation work, the trend started to go up again in 2013. As I learned from Adilson, who has implemented a genius new program to protect turtles in Boa Vista, together with his colleagues at Fundação Tartaruga. The idea being centered around these three cuties.
The problem is that there are certain aspects of traditional protection work that humans simply are not particularly good at. Detecting suspicious behavior in the dark or tracing a culprit who has already fled the scene. But you know who's really good at this?
Dogs.
Because dogs have 10 times more olfactory cells than us humans, which enables them to distinguish individual persons by smell.
Here on Boa Vista, this skill comes in really handy for Adilson's team in their effort against turtle poachers. With their fine noses, Kello, Caretta and Zeta are able to track down suspects to their doorstep, so criminal poachers can be handed over to the police. This tracing technique needs to be trained regularly, and right behind me, the dog trio is getting ready to show us how it looks in practice. Poachers can be traced by nearly anything they touched on the beach. I have to be honest, I was skeptical, so I had to try it out myself. So just with this rock, Caretta will be able to track me down. I found it literally on the floor right now. I'm holding it since, 5 seconds. And that will be already enough, so she can find me. It's crazy. Caretta!
Good girl!
You found me!
Good girl!
These training sessions are vital to keep our fluffy squad ready at all times, and their work couldn't be more crucial. Cape Verde needs a healthy turtle population to be the thriving nature paradise it is today, and in which loggerheads play an integral role to the function of the ecosystem. The Atlantic Ocean provides them with what they need to thrive. Hard-shelled prey like conch, crabs and clams are the favorite food of loggerheads. Their large head and strong jaws have especially evolved to crack them open with ease and have earned them their name. The empty shells they leave behind sink to the ocean floor, providing a welcome calcium source to many other animals. What's even more fascinating, their own shells are a living and moving habitat carrying up to 150,000 individual meiofauna, tiny organisms smaller than 1 millimeter. They literally carry a whole world on their backs.
And they also keep these stunning beaches as beautiful as they are. Without the sea turtles nesting here, coastal vegetation would miss an important source of nutrients provided by eggs and hatchlings that don't make it.
It's clear, Cape Verde needs a healthy turtle population, and if we don't protect them now, it will have a devastating effect far into the future. And that's because loggerheads are extremely late bloomers. Female loggerhead turtles reach their maturity only after 25 years, when they return to the beaches at which they hatched decades earlier. Just one female loggerhead turtle lays an average of 400 eggs a season, meaning that any disturbance in their nesting environment today will become visible in a sudden population decline a quarter century later. That's why the dog rescue team on Boa Vista has such an important role in protecting these amazing creatures from poachers. During the nesting season, Adelson and his team are out every night to protect female turtles while they are laying eggs in the dark. And tonight, we can join them on their mission.
If you're wondering who we are, Planet Wild is a global rewilding community anyone can join to help restore our planet through monthly missions like this one. If you want to give back to nature, consider joining Planet Wild as a backer so you can support our next mission and make this planet a little wilder. There's a link in the description, but now back to the video. The sun is setting. We are on the bumpy road now because we're heading to the north for our mission. I'm in the car with Adilson. In total, we have 3 cars, 7 people. We have the 3 dogs, we have drones. We're ready for our mission. The dogs seem excited. And as you can hear, I'm excited too. Let's go. Once we arrive at the beach, the team spreads out and everybody takes on different predetermined positions. The goal is to get the best possible overview of what's happening along the shore. As you can see, it's pretty dark on the beach behind me. That's good for turtles, but bad for catching poachers. That's why Adilson's team is using thermal binoculars and a night vision drone. As soon as something suspicious shows up in the night vision, Kello, Caretta and Seda are ready to take over with their own special skills.
We try to see around if we can find any evidence or suspect. We show the dogs the evidence, with police of course, and we have to follow the footprints, for example, until his house.
Adilson's dogs can track suspects for kilometers, and what's even more impressive, they can follow a trace for up to a week. So there's nearly no way to outsmart them. Luckily, tonight was a quiet night. And even though we didn't catch a poacher on the scene, our sheer presence here is making all the difference. Above all, the use of the dogs is an effective deterrent, which already has proven its impact within the community.
People in Boa Vista, they know what this dog can do. They see it's not possible to kill a turtle because this dog is easy to find.
And the numbers clearly prove Adelson right. Since he and his team started, they have been able to boost the success of traditional conservation work on Boa Vista. Poaching cases have dropped by nearly 90% over the course of 4 years, resulting in hundreds of thousands of baby turtles saved.
Of course, we wouldn't be here if we didn't bring support. The Planet Wild community is financing 1 year of training material, medical treatments and food for all 3 dogs, making sure they're very well taken care of.
And in case you want to show some love to our 4-legged heroes as well, we're doing something special for this video. You can now give a treat to the dogs by leaving a comment below. For every comment we get before the end of February, we'll add 1 more yummy treat to the supply of Kello, Caretta and Seda. Of course, the success of this incredible conservation work wouldn't be possible without the relentless work of Adelson himself, who is coordinating the entire operation.
And this work needs support too. We're stepping up to finance Adilson's salary for a full year, so he can develop what he has so successfully built. Establishing an amazing trio of search dogs that makes the island of Boa Vista a safer place to nest for the loggerhead sea turtles and a protected place to hatch for countless little turtle babies each year who find their way into the ocean as intended and without human interference, thereby ensuring a healthy loggerhead population 25 years from now.
The work of Adelson and his team has become a pillar of the community on Boa Vista and is well respected by most and luckily also feared by some. Kello, Caretta and Seta act as a symbol for a safer, more turtle-friendly environment on the islands of Cape Verde. And they are also the best ambassadors to promote the important work of Fundação Tartaruga across Boa Vista, because who could be able to resist those eyes? You too can make our planet a little wilder by joining Planet Wild as a backer. Together we can protect endangered species, clean up our oceans and rewild entire landscapes. As a member you get to vote on how we spend the money, connect with me and others on our Discord and see your own impact in the Planet Wild app. So make sure to sign up today, there's a link in the description. And of course, a big thank you goes out to all our existing Planet Wild members for making any of this possible. And you just unlocked your new mission badge in the app. If you want to watch some more, go check out our 2 previous missions over here or down here. All right, that's it from my side. See you all again next month. Over and out.
So this, guys, is the secret head of the operation.